Okay students, in this video we are going to discuss about nucleus. What is nucleus? Who discovered the nucleus? And what are the functions of nucleus? So let us start the session about nucleus. Nucleus. This nucleus in the year of 1831. In the year of 1831, this nucleus discovered by Robert Brown. Nucleus discovered by Robert Brown. Who discovered the nucleus? Robert Brown. In which year? In the year of 1831. But Robert Hooke discovered the cell. Robert Hooke discovered the cell. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. So what is the nucleus? Nucleus surrounded by two membranes. Nucleus surrounded by two membranes. Nucleus surrounded by two membranes. Actually, this nucleus present in eukaryotic cells. Nucleus present in eukaryotic cells. Why? Because in eukaryotic cells, nuclear membranes are present. Due to the presence of nuclear membranes, nucleus will appear. Due to the presence of nuclear membranes, nuclear will appear. That's why nucleus present in eukaryotic cells. Nucleus present in eukaryotic cell. This nucleus discovered by Robert Brown. And actually, this nucleus in plant cell and in animal cell, plant and animal cell, both cells are belong to eukaryotic cell. These both cells contain the nucleus. But in plant cell, nucleus located at the side of the cytoplasm. Actually, it's the nucleus. But in animal cell, nucleus located exactly in the center of the cell. What is the difference between plant cell and animal cell? In plant cell, nucleus present. In animal cell also, nucleus is present. But in animal cell, nucleus located at the center of the cell. In plant cell, nucleus located in the side of the cytoplasm. What is the reason? Due to the presence of vacuole. Due to the presence of vacuole in plant cell, nucleus present in the cytoplasm just side. It means it's a peripheral. In plant cell, what is the location of nucleus? Peripheral. What is the location of nucleus in animal cell? Center. It is the cell. Animal cell. In animal cell, nucleus is present. This nucleus surrounded by two membranes. Nucleus surrounded by two membranes. Outer membrane of the nucleus considered as a ectokaryotheca. What is ectokaryotheca? Outer membrane of the nucleus, and inner membrane of the nucleus considered as a endokaryotheca. Endokaryotheca. Inner nuclear membrane, outer nuclear membrane. This ectokaryotheca contain the 5 to 10 nanometer in length, and at the same time endokaryotheca. What is the size of endokaryotheca or length of endokaryotheca? 5 to 10 nanometers. But observe here, between the ectokaryotheca and endokaryotheca, one space is there. The space contain the, what is the length of this space? The space contain the 10 to 50 nanometer. 10 to 50 nanometer. This 10 to 50 nanometer space present between the two nuclear membranes. This space considered as a perinuclear space. Perinuclear space. Okay, once again I repeat the points. This is the nucleus. Okay, nucleus present in eukaryotic cells except some kind of RBC cells. Nucleus present in eukaryotic cells. So in eukaryotic cells, each and every nucleus surrounded by two membranes. Two membranes means outer membrane is present and inner membrane is present. What is the name of outer membrane? This outer membrane considered as a ectokaryotheca. What is the length of this ectokaryotheca? Size of ectokaryotheca 5 to 10 nanometer. And at the same time endokaryotheca. This endokaryotheca also contains the 5 to 10 nanometer. Between the ectokaryotheca and endokaryotheca 10 to 50 nanometer space is there. This space considered as a perinuclear space. Perinuclear space. What is perinuclear space? So between the nuclear membrane space considered as a perinuclear space. But actually in a single cell, suppose for example if you can take any plant cell or animal cell, if you can take any eukaryotic cell, how many nucleuses are present inside of the cytoplasm? So how many nucleuses are present inside of the cytoplasm? Suppose for example in some kind of cells only single nucleus is present. Single nucleus is present. But in some kind of cells double nucleus also present. Two nucleus also present in some kind of cells. But in some kind of cells more than two nucleus also present. More than two nucleus also present. Suppose for example if a cell contain only single nucleus, that kind of cell considered as a mononucleated cell. So if a cell contains the two nucleuses, this kind of cell considered as a binucleated cell. If a cell contains the more than two nucleuses, that kind of cell considered as a multinucleated cell. So in some kind of cells only single nucleus is present. In some kind of cells only two nucleus are present. But some kind of cells more than two nucleus are present. Mononucleated cells and binucleated cells and multinucleated cells. But majority of the eukaryotic cells contain the single nucleus. Majority of the eukaryotic cells contain the single nucleus. So mononucleated cells. So now we are going to discuss about structure of the nucleus. So what is the nucleus? What are the functions of nucleus? Just observe here, nucleus located at the center of the cell. Nucleus considered as a brain of the cell. What is the importance of the nucleus inside of the cell? Nucleus considered as a brain of the cell. Nucleus considered as a brain of the cell. It means nucleus will place more important roles inside of the cell. Nucleus will place more important roles inside of the cell. That's why this nucleus considered as a brain of the cell. Nucleus considered as a brain of the cell. And also nucleus is a center point or center of the cell. Nucleus also called as center of the cell and brain of the cell. Okay, we can also call nucleus brain of the cell and center of the cell. Once again I repeat the points one by one. Just observe here. In the year of 1831, Robert Brown discovered the cell in arched root cells. In which cells? In arched root cells, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus in the year of 1831. And this nucleus present in eukaryotic cells except RBC and sieve elements of the plants. In sieve elements of the plants and in RBC cells, nucleus is absent. And nucleus is a control center of the cell. Nucleus is a control center of the cell. It means this nucleus will control the entire cell. That's why this nucleus considered as a control center of the cell. And also nucleus is a brain of the cell. Nucleus is a brain of the cell. It means this nucleus is a very, very important organelle inside of the cell. That's why this nucleus is a brain of the cell. It means it is equal to brain. It is equal to brain. And nucleus organize entire cell. Nucleus will organize entire cell and also cell functions. That's why this nucleus considered as a brain of the cell and at the same time control center of the cell. And next one, inside of the nucleus, this nucleus will promote the direct protein synthesis. This nucleus will participate in direct protein synthesis. Why? Because inside of the nucleus, with the help of nucleoplasm, ribosomes will synthesize and proteins also will directly prepared inside of the nucleus. That's why this nucleus participate in direct protein synthesis. And some kind of cells contain the only single nucleus, some kind of cells contain the double nucleus, and some kind of cells contain the more than 2 nucleuses. If a cell contains the single nucleus, that kind of cell called as a mononucleated cell. If a cell contains the 2 nucleus, that kind of cell considered as a binucleated cells. If a cell contains the more than 2 nucleuses, that kind of cells considered as a multinucleated cells. So with the help of nucleus, so depend upon the number of nucleus, cells are 3 types: mononucleated cells and binucleated cells and multinucleated cells. Nucleus contain the 4 parts. First of all, nuclear envelope. What is the first part? Nuclear envelope. Part, nucleoplasm. Third part, chromatin. And fourth one, nucleolus. Okay, in nucleus 4 parts are there. What are the 4 parts of nucleus? Nuclear envelope and nucleoplasm and chromatin and nucleolus. Okay, continue. If we can take one animal cell or plant cell, it is a nucleus. This nucleus surrounded by 2 membranes. One is the outer membrane. And second one is the inner membrane. This outer membrane considered as a ectokaryotheca and inner membrane considered as a endokaryotheca. This outer membrane contain 5 to 10 nanometer, and this inner membrane, what is the length of inner membrane? 5 to 10 nanometer. And between this outer and inner membrane, perinuclear space is present. Perinuclear space is present with the 10 to 50 nanometer. Just observe here, nuclear envelope. What is nuclear envelope? Nuclear envelope means this nucleus surrounded by 2 membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. So between these 2 membrane space considered as a perinuclear space. So this is a nuclear envelope. This nuclear envelope contains 2 membranes. Just observe here, these 2 membranes, with the attachment of 2 membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane, this nucleus contains the small pores. These small pores considered as a nuclear pores. These are the nuclear pores. These nuclear pores are with 10 to 100 nanometer in diameter. Okay, what is the length of this nucleopores? So observe here, it is the one nuclear pore. So if we can observe very clearly diagram of the nucleus. So So this nucleus contain the pores, nuclear pores. So these nuclear pores with 10 to 100 nanometer in diameter. So these are the nuclear pores. Sir, what is the use of these nuclear pores? These nuclear pores are useful in the transportation of the enzymes and some kind of materials and genetic materials from the nucleus to cytoplasm. These nucleopores will helpful in the, suppose for example inside of the nucleus mRNA will be prepared. mRNA will be prepared by the DNA. After preparation of the mRNA, this mRNA transferred to the cytoplasm through the nuclear membrane. Through the nucleopores. So what is the use of this nucleopore? This nucleopore useful in the transportation of the mRNA and some kind of enzymes and some kind of materials from the nucleus to cytoplasm to nucleus. So nuclear envelope. This nuclear envelope contain the outer membrane and inner membrane and perinuclear space. At the same time, small pores considered as a nuclear pores. So this is about nuclear envelope. Okay. Next continue. Next, nucleoplasm. What is nucleoplasm? Inside of the nucleus, this gel-like structure. Inside of the nucleus, this gel-like structure considered as a nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm contain the mixture of proteins. And DNA polymerase and RNA polymerase and different kind of enzymes present inside of the nucleoplasm. What is the nucleoplasm? Inside of the nucleus, this gel-like structure considered as a nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm contain the mixture of proteins and enzymes and DNA and RNA polymerase and free nucleotides. Free nucleotides also present inside of this nucleoplasm. Just observe here, in this nucleoplasm, DNA polymerase is present, and RNA polymerase is present, and at the same time free nucleotides are present. Cut. Okay, free nucleotides are present and mixture of proteins. It means number of proteins also present inside of the nucleus. So nucleoplasm. What is nucleoplasm? Inside of the nucleus, this gel-like structure considered as a nucleoplasm. This nucleoplasm contains the DNA polymerase and RNA polymerase and free nucleotides and mixture of proteins. Okay, this is about nucleoplasm. Next, chromatin. What is chromatin? Inside of the nucleus, this DNA look like a thread-like structure. This DNA appear in thread-like structure. This thread-like structure of the DNA considered as a chromatin. This thread-like structure of the DNA considered as a chromatin. And who discovered the chromatin? Cut. Okay. After Robert Brown, Fleming, scientist name Fleming. After Robert Brown, scientist name Fleming. This Fleming scientist gave a name to thread-like structure of the DNA as a chromatin. What is chromatin? Chromatin means thread-like structure of DNA. DNA contains the thread-like structure. This thread-like structure of the nucleus considered as a chromatin. This chromatin contains cut. This chromatin contains nucleosomes. This chromatin contains nucleosomes and histone proteins. Just observe here. Inside of the nucleus we can find only chromatin. What is chromatin? Thread-like structure. What is thread-like structure? DNA. DNA look like a thread-like structure inside of the nucleus. This thread-like structure of the DNA considered as a chromatin. Considered as a chromatin. And this chromatin includes nucleosomes and histone proteins. And what is nucleosome? What is histone protein? We will discuss about nucleosomes and histones in detail in next video. In next video, we will discuss about the entire structure of the DNA and what is nucleosome, what is histone proteins, and what is chromatin and what is chromosome. Okay, we will discuss in next video. So next one, nucleolus. What is the next one? Nucleolus. Nucleolus means without membrane. Without membrane means a membranous structure. Okay, inside of the nucleus, a membranous and dark structure. A membranous and dark structure considered as a nucleolus. Dark structure considered as a nucleolus. So what is the function of this nucleolus? This nucleolus will synthesize ribosomes. This nucleolus will synthesize ribosomes. Nucleolus participate in ribosome synthesis. Just observe here chromatin. Actually, this chromatin contain the two parts. This chromatin contain the two parts. What are the two parts? Two parts of the chromatin inside of the nucleus. It is the nucleolus, and this chromatin contain the some parts. Okay, some of the parts are lightly stained thread-like structure. Lightly stained thread-like structures are present, and darkly stained thread-like structures are present. Just observe here. Actually, it is a chromatin. Actually, it is a chromatin. So this part look like a lightly stained part. This part look like a lightly stained part. This part look like a lightly stained part. This part look like a darkly stained part. This part look like a darkly stained part. This part look like a darkly stained part. This darkly stained part of the chromatin considered as a heterochromatin. 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 What is heterochromatin? Heterochromatin means darkly stained chromatin. Darkly stained chromatin considered as a heterochromatin. And lightly stained chromatin. This lightly stained chromatin considered as a euchromatin. Euchromatin. Why this heterochromatin darkly stained means this heterochromatin contain the nucleosomes and histone proteins. This heterochromatin contain the nucleosomes and histone proteins. That's why this part darkly stained. This darkly stained part of the chromatin considered as a heterochromatin, and lightly stained part of the chromatin considered as a euchromatin. But observe here, this euchromatin will participate in protein synthesis. Here euchromatin is there and heterochromatin is there. But which chromatin will participate effectively in protein synthesis means this euchromatin will participate effectively in protein synthesis. So about this protein synthesis we will discuss in second year botany. So this chromatin is a thread-like structure. This thread-like structure of the chromatin contain the nucleosomes and histone proteins, and at the same time euchromatin and heterochromatin. Euchromatin and heterochromatin. These are the parts of the chromatin. And some of the students have some doubts. Sir, what about chromosomes? Sir, what is the location of chromosomes? Sir, where we can find out the chromosomes? Just observe here, inside of the nucleus chromatin is present. This entire chromatin converted into chromosomes during the cell division time. This entire chromatin converted into chromosomes. So these are the chromosomes. So now what is the location of chromosomes? Chromosomes located inside of the nucleus. When we can find out the chromosomes? During the cell division time only we can find the chromosomes inside of the nucleus. So without cell division, it means in the absence of cell division time, or resting phase of the cell time, we can't find the chromosomes. After completion of the cell division, After completion of the cell division, this entire chromosomes converted into again chromatin. This entire chromosomes converted into again chromatin. Sir, what is the chromosome? What is the structure of the chromosome? Okay, we will also discuss about the structure of chromosome in coming video. In upcoming video, I will explain about the chromosome also. So, what is the chromosome structure and how many types of chromosomes are there, and what is the importance of chromosome in our body or in plant's body? Okay, suppose for example, if it is a human body cell. If it is a human body cell, this human body cell contain the 23 pairs of chromosomes. How many pairs of chromosomes are in our body? 23 pairs of chromosomes. So, during the cell division time in our body, in human body, during the cell division time, this entire chromosome converted into 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes. Suppose for example, X plant, whatever may be X plant. This X plant contain the 10 chromosomes. X plant contain the 10 chromosomes. So, during the cell division time of this X plant, that X plant chromatin converted into that X plant chromatin converted into 10 chromosomes in cell division time. In cell division time, it means DNA means chromatin. DNA converted into chromosomes in cell division time. After completion of the cell division, these chromosomes again converted into chromatin. So, what is the location of DNA? Nucleus. What is the location of chromosomes? Nucleus. These are the important points of the nucleus. Okay. Thank you very much.